Hour is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon said YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is, Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description. It's in the chat. Click that link. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon City YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon City DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got you, family. I got some hot for you. Get over there, check it out. Shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm. GeneralSeti.com. SETI University, over 1,500 videos and lectures, all the subjects that you know and love. Too raw for YouTube to make another white man. We got the Black Illuminati, Freemasonry exposed, Christianity exposed, Hinduism, Islam. We got so many. We got ancient Egypt, Olmec, Hindu, Naga Kush. We got all that Black power politics. Get over there. We got the Grandmaster teachers. There is no website on the planet that can compete. That's just it. Not one can compete. Check it out, family. Become a member today. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live streams. Y'all already know. Just check it out. Go look at the menu. We ain't got nothing but exquisite titles for your family. You get a chance to see the general go live, lecture form. You know, the visuals is off the chain. That's what you want. You need to get over there, be amazed, get your mind blown with that ancient African truth by General SETI. That's right. To all the family out there that donate to the general, I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there, see this hard work the general putting down, want to donate to the general. Link right in the video description is in the chat. I want you to click it, donate. I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarah Soon SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You'll be up out of here. Nah. We got some hot shit tonight, family. I know you thought you was about to go to sleep. Nah, get on up. That's right. We about to crack the chambers of secrets tonight. That's right. The Freemason creation of Harry Potter, grooming Luciferians in a city near you. And see, we didn't know this now. We didn't know this. We about to break it down. I already knew though. You see what I'm saying? I knew. Anytime you get to seeing witches and warlocks, you already know they in their comfort zone. You already know that. They in their comfort zone. That's what they do. You see? And so, yeah, we're going to talk about how the Freemasons, that's right, they got their little junior varsity, you know, Illuminati junior varsity. You see, we're gonna put them on blast in just a second here. That's right, they out there grooming them. You know what I'm saying? Come right on in and continue global pillage. That's all they do. Wait a minute. Let me get them on in here. Yeah, I got their ass. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna talk about them. They're called DeMolay International. Okay, if you did not know, DeMolay International, named after the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar. Okay, how ironic, you see, and so yeah, a lot of people believe, you see, that the Knights Templar morphed into what today is Freemasonry. You see, a lot of people believe that. And being that it is a secret order, we have to just look at the tactics. You see, and look at, and look and trace the footprints and the fingerprints. But nevertheless, Freemasonry has chose to identify with the Knights Templar. Matter of fact, their degrees. One of their degrees is the Knights Templar. And a lot of people, that are Masonically affiliated, use the Templars cross. You see, even the guy, what's the motherfucker? Is it the Jehovah Witnesses? The Jehovah Sicknesses? Oh, it might have been. I believe it was Charles Taz Russell. That's right. That's right. Charles Taz Russell. You see, sitting right in wherever you at in Minnesota. You see what I'm saying? Sitting up there with that, got a pyramid out there as a memorial to a Jehovah Witness. And they tell you to look for Jehovah, and they out there looking for ancient Egypt. I say, nah, yeah, y'all trying to fool a nigga. You ain't gonna fool me. Boy, ain't nothing like good water, man. Especially goddamn when you need it. Yeah. And so we got to get in, we got to cut into them today, and we're gonna show and prove. They are I was watching, they got their little channel on YouTube. The Scottish Rite Masons and shit, you know what I'm saying? And they always trying to lie and talking about they not into secrecy and all this, that, and the third. You're a goddamn lie. You see what I'm saying? They saying they would rather use the term private. I don't give a fuck which one you're lying. You're lying, whatever you goddamn do, you're lying. You see? And so, so this is the group DeMolay, and again, hold on just a second, family. Hold on just a second. That's right, family. So again, we back, and we call them DeMolay. Okay, let me get right back off into my flow. DeMolay. Okay, and so they named after this motherfucker right here, Jacques DeMolay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar. Ain't that? Now imagine that. You're not affiliated with the Knights Templar, but you choose to identify with a motherfucker that got set on fire. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's the irony in that? You see, what's the irony in that you would name a motherfucker a youth group? You see what I'm saying? After a motherfucker that got set on fire. You see, and they accused the Knights Templar of basically being goddamn Satanists. You see, they accused them of being Satanists. A lot of people believe that the French king at that time, I don't know his name, he owed the Knights Templar a lot of money, and he was bankrupt, and he didn't have the money to pay him, or he just didn't want to pay him, and I believe he asked the Knights Templars to forgive his debt, which they would not do. They would not do it, and so the second thing to do was to set him up. You see what I'm saying? Set him up, and and so they say that the Knights Templars was in Satanists, that they worshiped the Baphomet myth, and some skull that was in the, they had down in the some basement and shit, and where they, in one of they castles and shit, say they had a cross with a crucifix, and they was pissing on Jesus and shit and everything. That's exactly what I'm not trying. That's what they said they was doing. You see, they was blaspheming Jesus and all of that. You see what I'm saying? And so now this is DeMolay, Jock DeMolay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar. Yeah. And here it is right here, now this crazy, that these are actually junior Masons. You see, they setting them up. You see them right there with the nice Templar cross. Yeah, they in there representing. And so, you already know that, the elders in there is Masons. You already know. You see them in there getting them groomed. They got the collars. Yeah, they in there got the collars and shit. Nah, I wonder if they got the, what book they got up there. Do they got the Bible? I just watched, a video on the Freemasons, and man, they be lying like a motherfucker. This motherfucker couldn't, nobody would believe him. He's acting as one of the spokesmen of the Scottish rites and shit, and he was saying that, the reason why they don't use any name of God is because they are accepting of all, all religions, and that they they don't talk about God because or politics, because it's one of the easiest ways for them to get into an argument. So they just don't talk about, and so they use the generic term God and shit, but they said that they don't talk about a religion, because they don't want to be in an argument and this, that, and the third. But he was quick to point out that in the middle of the table, or the altar, I guess it's the altar. You might as well say it's the altar in the middle of the lodge, and and in the middle of that altar was the Bible. You see what I'm saying? But they fooled the motherfucker because they had the Quran on one corner, had the Bhagavad Gita on one end, had the had the Torah on another end, had various holy books. You see, but on the Bible it had the Masonic symbol on it. So yeah, but you don't, so that right there show you that you got a preference. You see what I'm saying? I would like to see, was there any Masonic symbol on that Bhagavad Gita or the Torah, or and very well could have been, but I have never personally seen any of the other holy books with any Masonic symbolism on it. You see, and so yeah, I say okay, so that right there is trickery to me. You see, it's trickery to me, and when I was thinking about it, I say, let me think. They say you just got to believe in God. That's what they said. You just got to believe in God. And so my assumption is that you can't be an atheist and be a Freemason. That's my understanding of it. Now watch the trick now. Now watch the trick. Because the thing is, what if they atheists? You see, what if they atheists? You see, or Luciferians, in which they, many of their members claim to be, and say all you have to do is believe in God. You cannot not believe in God. You see, because what if their objective is to get all the religions and dismantle them? You see what I'm saying? By bringing them in and then giving them the Masonic program, which in essence dismantle any belief of a God that they may have. Now that would be a hell of a trick. You just got to believe in God. You see? Come on in. And before long, all you motherfuckers gonna have the Baphomet right up on your wall, nigga. You see what I'm saying? All of you gonna have the Baphomet. Nigga gonna be walking around with Harry Potter wands and shit, and yeah, doing all type of crazy shit. Yeah, so I had to, I say, let me hear how they and discuss. And so they, the thing is, they try to make it seem like that what people is saying on the on YouTube and say it's all a lie. That they don't run the world, and there's no cabal and this, that, and the third. And so yeah, I mean, but you say you're a secret order, or at the minimum, you're a private order. So we wouldn't believe shit you would say no damn way, because if you're a private order or you're a secret order, and you're gonna have members that different, have a different philosophy on any of that. You know what I'm saying? And he admitted it himself. So many Freemasons see Freemasonry as a secret order. Okay, and so you see here, this is where they get the backdrop. You see, for Harry Potter. You see him there with their little aprons on, and you see what I'm saying? This is where they get the backdrop for Harry Potter. So, this is very crucial how powerful this fucking movie is. Because I fucks with it because it is on some occult shit. You see what I'm saying? I do. I'm not trying to be no witch though. But the fact is, I like symbolisms and shit and all that. That's just me. And I like to break it down. And I know that whoever is putting this shit together has a very deep symbolism, and they got on her, that woman that wrote these books. They say they don't even believe she's a real person as far as being able to write these books, because these books is so heavily laden with occultism that is beyond one individual to put together as quickly as she said she put these goddamn books together. She, 7 books and shit, and when she came to, I don't know what's the name of the company that put that shit out. I got to get the company that put them out. But when she came, I only believe she had 1 book, maybe 2. 1 book, maybe 2. And then when they seen how popular it became, she supposedly wrote the other books right after, the movie, became a hit. So she was able to write all them damn books. So she say, in that small amount of time, which nobody really believes that, because it's like I say, you have to, she would have had to been deeply involved into occultism to really be able to put that information together like that. And some of the symbolisms, and I will get, I'm not going to get into the symbol, that one particular symbol today, but I will get into it tomorrow. That, was the symbol that, I believe, was it for Hogwarts or whatever, and the kids was goddamn tattooing, and grown motherfuckers been tattooing their symbol on their body for the long. It don't make no difference, because goddamn it, they Cro-Magnon Neanderthals, so that's their symbols any goddamn way. We don't give a goddamn, you know what I'm saying? But black people are confused in their head, went out there putting all them damn symbols on their body and shit, and so yeah, that, that's the influence that this movie had on a whole lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Especially the kids. And so that was what their mission is. Now, even though we say the Freemason influence on Harry Potter, let us be clear that most people, say that it's actually the junior varsity branch, DeMolay International, that really had the influence. You see, that particular branch of it. You see, and so, here you see in the back, I believe you see the G. Let me see. Do they? This is one of. I don't know if this is where this is particularly located. I believe this might be in the Philippines. You see, this might be in the Philippines. But let me see. What is that? I believe it is the Philippines, but this is DeMolay International in the Philippines, and you see the affiliation with uh Freemasonry. Now, from my understanding, at first you couldn't even become a member of DeMolay International without being related to a Freemason. Now, I believe you could be you have to have a sponsor. You don't have to necessarily be related. You have to have a sponsor. You have to have a Freemason sponsor, you see, to get in. So, they expecting, they grooming you for Freemasonry. You see, there's no doubt about it. This is Illuminati Junior Varsity right here for your ass. And like I say, they got branches all over the world. You see, they got branches all over the world, and you can see that the regalia is still the same. You see here they got you see the Knights Templar cross. You see, that's powerful. Now, when I say that ain't just something. These are supposed to be the great fraternities of the world. They ain't just putting this shit up here for no reason. You see, and so a lot of people, and when you name you DeMolay, now that's to take that man who has been set on fire and the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, and you name your junior varsity after this man, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot now. So obviously they didn't study his tactics. I wouldn't believe nobody would adopt I would like to know why they adopted that man, to be, the title that would take on, the junior varsity of Freemasonry. I would love to know what the fuck, I would like to see, how they came up with that. You see, man that got set on fire. So they honor him. They honor the Knights Templar. And a lot of people believe that again, that the Knights Templar morphed into the Freemasons. Now, a lot of people say there's not too much truth in that. But the fact that the Freemasons, and let's be real, they're more powerful than what they want to put on. You see what I'm saying? They're more powerful than what they want to put on. See, the thing is, you got to quit asking these little, the nigga on the bottom. You can't ask the nigga on the bottom. You got to, because we're going to talk about what Albert Pike said, because he said that they confused them niggas on the lower level. That's exactly what we're going to talk about Albert Pike. He said that they are intentionally misled into the meanings of the symbols. That's exactly what he said. That's why in one of his speeches, he spoke directly to the higher degrees, the 30th, the 31st, and the 32nd degrees, and say Lucifer is the God. And he spoke directly to the higher degrees, and he spoke on the fact that the lower degrees were purposely misled. Now, you take it for whatever. And a lot of people, and see, the thing is, you can't dismiss that, because the fact is that they give his book, Morals and Dogma, to every damn, I believe, every initiate. I do believe. You see what I'm saying? That they give his morals and dogma to every initiate. I don't know if it's the apprentice. When you first come in, I don't know what house they get, but I believe is the apprentice. When you in or maybe it's the master mason, the 3rd degree. I don't know. I'm gonna get to it. You see what I'm saying? But I read it, and it clearly said that. So when he say initiate, I would assume the very 1st degree. You see, I would believe it would be the very 1st degree. And so here again, we see the that they are, closely related. They are one and the same. You just got you grooming, the children in essence to become Freemasons. So they teach them early, man, to get off into all that occultism. You see, now the crazy thing about it, when you get into Harry Potter and you got the Order of the Phoenix, we have to understand that that is also an order within Freemasonry. You see? And so they show, the Order of the Phoenix, that Dumbledore, that's what's that motherfucker, Sirius Black and all them motherfuckers, they the good guys. You see what I'm saying? They the good guys, and that they form the Order of the Phoenix to fight the motherfucker, what they call him, Voldemort, and all of that. You see what I'm saying? But see how they trickery, they do the trick knowledge and shit and show themselves to be, for the good cause. The cause of good. You see? And so that's the trickery. And so people want to identify with them. They want to identify with them and be them. And so the crazy shit about it. Now, where did woman that wrote this damn book? I got her in here somewhere. Here she is right here. Nah, here she is. What's her name? Rowland. I forget her first name. Y'all will drop it in there. Now she got this damn tattoo on her arm by her wrist. And it said, and it's exactly the same damn words that's on the Baphomet. You see right there, solve, what is it? Cogulia? Solve code Gul is I believe it's Gulia or something on that level. Coagu, and it looks like a L-A. Golia. You see? Right there on the Baphomet. That's some bullshit right there. You can't get no more, so she's affiliated one way or another. You see? She's affiliated one way or another. She wrote, and she with the Baphomet. She down with it now, and that's crazy. And we're gonna get to who this motherfucker Eliphas Levi. Yeah, Eliphas Levi, who created he created that symbol. So all the symbol that most people know, of the Baphomet, which is right here. Let me make sure I'm in the house. Eliphas Levi drew that. So he's the author of that. Now he was an occultist. He was one of the main occultists of, let me see, what century is that? Well, he was born in the 1800s. And so he was, he was into occultism. He even, a matter of fact, I believe he was a priest at one time, but he abandoned his priesthood in his mid-20s and became a ceremonial magician. Boy, that motherfucker. Yeah, he jumped out the fire into the fire, in the frying pan, or out the frying pan into the fire. I don't know which one worse. You see, at the age of 40, he began professing knowledge of the occult. He wrote over 20 books on magic, Kabbalah, alchemical studies, and occultism. Now, do y'all know? Wait a minute. I got him in here. Do y'all now? This is the motherfucker that they say, Albert Pike. You understand what I'm saying? That this was the motherfucker who, he didn't mentor him, but this is who Albert Pike, studied. You understand? Who influenced him. Now, so when we start talking about this Luciferian shit, you understand, and people tied to it's not because they just making it up in their head. No, because the motherfucker Eliphas Levi was actually, you know, an influencer of Albert Pike. You see, and he's the one that drew that damn Baphomet right there. You see what I'm saying? So Miss Rowland, and you understand what I'm saying? She's most definitely a Eastern Star or something. Yeah. Yeah, she's most definitely a Eastern Star or something. Yeah, Gula or some shit. Yeah, J.K. Rowling. Yeah, Rowling. Yeah, so yeah, Rowling. What's her name? Rowling? Yeah, Rowling. I don't know what I'm saying. Rowling, Rowling. J.K. Rowling. Okay. And so yeah, she most definitely. So they didn't use her. You understand what I'm saying? To, you know, they say she may very well just be a face. That she might not have nothing to do with shit. That they use her as a face. She's obviously she's connected. Obviously, she into Luciferianism to put some shit like that on her arm. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that we looking at the very model of the students at Hogwarts, which Harry Potter ain't nothing but modeled after DeMolay International. I say, wow. And they use that movie to, influence millions of youth around the world to, accept some form of occultism and become, in essence, some of them, partial occultists, wanting to be Harry Potter, wanting to be one of the damn witches up there at the goddamn school and shit. And yeah, that was very powerful. You see, that was very powerful. And it's crazy because they saying the same movie company that put out goddamn that put out Harry Potter also put out Lord of the Rings. So they out there, yeah, they was putting a number, they was working motherfuckers. You understand? And some of that shit came out the same year. So they was really working they magic on motherfuckers that year. So I want y'all to look. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. You say who's brown fingers that I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It was some funny business going on. I seen some shit, and it looked like, she was sideways and shit, It seemed like I seen, another woman and shit or whatever and shit. This, that, and the third, yeah, So I don't know what's going on. I just happened to go up there and I seen, I had seen that the tattoo was on one of the videos and shit. And so when I put it in there, it just came up. It was the same picture over and over and over. So it's all through the internet, and so I don't know who it is, but obviously, you understand what I'm saying? She true to her, her Caucasian self. And so, yeah, they on that bullshit. So, yeah, so I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But I tell you what, that motherfucker, probably with the Baphomet too. So fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, they say they're producing a TV series of Harry Potter that's supposed to run for the next 10 years. I believe it. I believe it. You see what I'm saying? I believe it. They ready, they want to keep influencing, the youth. And they working their magic. But it's one thing if you know what it is ahead of time. You trying to see where they going with it and shit and this, that, and the third, and and I'm all right. Let them come out. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know what they are anyway. So when we talk about, that the Freemasons is into Luciferianism, it's not because nobody else said it. It's because they own motherfucking teachers said it. Okay? Because they own members said it. Not because don't let them play you. You see what I'm saying? We reading right up, and a lot of people say, we misread. Motherfucker, Lucifer is Lucifer. Ain't no motherfucking way, Alex the Crowley, and they talked about that, how much influence he had. You see what I'm saying? On Freemasonry and all those occult organizations that, you know, the Golden Dawn and the OTO and all of that shit, which are, you know, two of the most powerful, you know, occult organizations of all times, and how Aleister Crowley was, you know, he was the MVP of both of them at the end of the day. So yeah, he was he was the beast. He said his mama named him the beast. So if his mama named him the beast, you already know what it is. You ain't even got yeah, Madam Blavatsky, that's true. Aleister, yeah, Manly P. Hall, and a whole lot more of them motherfuckers. Yeah, so family, we just getting started. Don't you go nowhere. Come right black. Hit some of them links. Support the general. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.